What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. I need a long sleeve. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are back for the Jack Off Hour. This is your one and only DJ Easy Dick. We're gonna get into it. I was about to. When I met you last night, baby, before you opened up your gap. That song is horrible. I had respect for you, lady, but now I take it all back. Yeah, 'cause you gave me all your pussy. Yes, and you even licked my balls. Leave your number on the cabinet, and I promise, baby, I'll give you a call. Next time I'm feeling kinda horny, you come on over and I'll break you off. And if you can't fuck that day, baby, just lay back and open your mouth. What? 'Cause I have never met a girl that I love. They told you in the whole wide world. Here come Corrupt. If Corrupt gave a fuck about a bitch, I'd always be broke. I'd never have no motherfucking endo to smoke. I get smoked and loony. Bitch, you can't do me. Do we look like BBD, you hoochie groupie? I have no love for hoes. That's something that I learned from the pound. So how the fuck am I supposed to pay this hoe? This the latest hoe. I know the pussy's mine. I'm gonna fuck a couple more times and then I'm through with it. There's nothing left to do with it. Pass it to the homie. Now you hit it. 'Cause she ain't never, wait. Cause it ain't never been shit to me. Y'all know that bitches ain't shit to me. I give a fuck. Don't you pay attention. Approach it with a different proposition. I'm Corrupt, hoe. You'll never be my only one. Trick ass bitch. Baby, they told you. They said there ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. They won't respect you. They don't respect you after they stick your dick in you. That's what whatchamacallit said. It's almost like you let me actually stick this nasty thing in you, you nasty whore. If you knew us like you think you know us, bitch, you wouldn't even lay down with us. But y'all do. Just lay back and open your mouth, hey, 'cause I have never met a girl. Oh, I never met a girl that I loved in the whole wide world. Now, if Corrupt gave a fuck about it, baby, I used to be like singing. I never have no motherfucking end out to smoke. I get smoked and loony. Bitch, you can't do me. Do we look like BBG? You hoochie groupie. Crazy. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to talk about, what we talk about, New Jersey. I have my notes for New Jersey over there. Oh, I done put my sock on inside out. So what is going on, y'all? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. I just want to send a shout out to everybody who has Cashapped, sent donations to support the channel, to support me in general. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. And I appreciate all those who actually gave a love offering, towards my son's new bike, even though we told him he was going to have to earn the money. So, you guys actually provided half of the money. So he only has to work for half of the rest. So I don't know what's going on with this camera, girl. Did this camera just fall down? Did this camera just get lower? What's going on? It's supposed to be tight. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. I found you, Miss New Booty. Hey. And bring it back to me. Hey. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, turn it down a little bit. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. What, did I already give my introduction? I think I did. Forgive me. Anyways, okay, we're talking about Real Housewives of New Jersey. All right, let me get my notes. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. We start off where we left off. This is episode 7. We start off on guys' night. So, let me get my posture together. Stop acting. You better get your posture together. I can take care of every motherfucker in here. Ooh, you getting mad? You getting mad, girl? Do your mama know he riding around in your Range Rover? And how many years later complaining about somebody paid for culinary school? Nigga, you don't get your little, Anyway, this is not Real Housewives of Atlanta or Candy and the Gang. This is New Jersey. So we start off where we left off in guys' night, and Evan telling Bill to get the phone, and Frank goes to get Bill. Bill says to Frank, lines shouldn't be crossed. I'm not going to stay where I'm not welcomed, and he leaves. They were giving him a hard time. So yeah, they were giving him a hard time. So I agree with Bill. I honestly think that there's a way that you could have told him that Jennifer was wrong without calling her names. They called her, what she did was disgusting. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I felt like the guys did. Like, we're not supposed to bring the drama of the women into our group. We're supposed to be this. But Bill's point is, like, this is my wife. It ain't bros before hoes, nothing. This is my damn wife. And I'm not playing these games with y'all where I need to be like, my wife was wrong. What he could have said is, I talked to my wife and I told her what happened was out of order. It was just out of order, and she shouldn't have said that to you. But, she was in defense of herself, but, and I'm sorry. And then also Bill could apologize for her too. And say, I'm sorry that she, said that to you or what have you. So, I mean, I see both sides of it. I actually don't see I don't see the guy's side of it. I see Bill's side of it because I don't care what my wife did. You're not going to talk about my wife to me crazy. I don't care what you do. I don't care what she did. Okay. You just don't get to talk. And he was just uncomfortable. Like, what do you want him to do? Yeah, my wife was the worst. And you want him to disparage his wife for what? For what? And Evan, you seem like you really mad. And why are you so mad? She went digging on me, but there's nothing to find. So what are you mad about? And that's how you should have said it. Cause I'm looking at you like trying to create a distraction. And she said she didn't start no rumor. That was Teresa starting a rumor. All she did was want to find out more information. Yes, she was being the village busybody, the village gossip, the village, I'm sticking my Roxanne in everybody's business. That's what Jennifer gives. She was wrong. And she was the one that, everything actually came out about. And so you're just going to have to deal with it. She's just going to have to deal with it. She said it's reopened some wounds for her. I don't even think the wound reopened. Was it ever closed? Did you ever get a chance to actually close that wound? But the guys were like, yeah, he needs to rein his wife in. Here we go again. That's what Teresa was telling. That was what Teresa was telling Melissa, that you are able to control your husband. And Melissa and Teresa got into it about that. You cannot control your wife. You cannot do none of that. Now, rein her in, maybe like, hey, calm down, easy. Hold on. Let's separate them for a minute. But what Bill failed to do, what I think he should have done, he doesn't necessarily need to get into conflict with the men, but he should have maintained order. That was his home at the time. I think they were renting this shore house. To me, that's what the man of the house does, is maintain order. When conflict arises, you are the one in the middle saying, right? That's how I feel about male presence in areas of conflict, that your job is not to add to it, but to relax. Everybody needs to relax. Let's go. And Bill did not do that. So that's where I'm looking at Bill crazy, because he was just sitting back. Now, I said he shouldn't have got involved in the confrontational or aggressive way, but in the manner of, I'm bringing order. This is my home. You guys are out of order right now. I remember my grandfather was very introverted. Like, he didn't need, like, he didn't need a bunch of people around him. He was very much a loner. But my grandfather wouldn't say much. People would get into arguments and fusses and stuff like that. And then when it got too much, that's when my grandfather would step in. He would step in and be like, this is no, this is not it. This is not it. This is not it. And however way he did it. But it was very rare that he stepped in. But I think when things started to get out of order, he would step in. And I feel like that's what a part of, a part of being like the man of the house, whatever you guys want to say. I think that's part of it. Maintain order in the household. That's how I feel. If you're a man and you're around here running around causing chaos and confusion and disorder, you're weak to me. Get out of here. A man who doesn't bring order to situations is a weak motherfucker to me. That's how I feel. I just had to say that. Louis shows up. So do I think Bill's a weak motherfucker? Kind of, because he should have maintained order in his home. He can't control his wife. Louis finally shows up. He says Teresa is in his phone as mi amor. So, a lot of people think that Louis is love bombing. So let's look up the definition of love bombing, because, all right, love bombing. This is what love bombing can look like. Feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of your relationship, or feeling uneasy or confused, making grand gestures without taking into account what you want, demanding your time and energy, consistently texting and calling you 24/7, wanting to spend all your time with them, overwhelming amount of compliments and affection, lavishing you with gifts and over-the-top experiences, rushing into big commitments and plans with no signs of slowing, guilt tripping you when you put up boundaries. So those are some signs of love bombing. Overly attentive, wants to spend all their time with you. Over-the-top gestures of love. Rushed professions of love with expectations of fast commitment. And yet, like I said, they know that literally every girl has been programmed to desire a fairy tale. And so when you hit her with the prince, I'm the prince and I'm here to kiss you and wake you up and drive you off on my horse, honey, and do all of these things, women love that shit. They love it. There's some women that don't respond to that shit at all. But the vast majority of women fall for that shit. And if you don't know how to recognize it, you too will fall for it. Rush professions of love, promises to love you forever. It's typically short-lived. Professes that you saved them or they saved you. So what Louis gives looks like love bombing. It does. And I think once he gets Teresa in some sort of mutual contractual agreement, i.e. a house, shit is going to change. That's what I think. I would hate for that to happen, but I think that is the course of action. Whether if it happens fast or it's gradual. Some shit is covert, and it's like I need to get this person in a position of vulnerability or attachment to me, and then once I get that, then I can act a fool. So be mindful. So a lot of people are saying Louis love bombing. If you're in relationships with people and you notice that happening, I've been love bombed before, twice. Second time I did, I was like, girl, I got your number, but give me all the gifts. Give me all the gifts. Give me all the gifts, honey. The first time I did not, the girl was like, whoop, a loop. The second time I saw that nigga coming, I said, oh, you want a love bomb? Give me all the gifts, honey. I got your number. Oh, God. Okay, so Louis shows up. They ask Louis, was he pussy whipped? Tiki asked him about social media, bad relationships involving physical violence. He says none of his relationships involved physical violence. These are just angry, thirsty exes. Again, when you hear a man, the way he talks about the previous reviewers, and oh, they just hating. And I tell you, ladies, they hate. And how many times have you heard that? How many times have you heard that? The man tells you this wild story about his ex, and somehow, some way, he is absolved of even part. You are like, were you even there? Did you participate in the relationship at all? Everything she did was her fault. Everything, and now she's just thirsty and bitter, and she won't let go of you. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. So then he mentions a rumor of the woman. So in other words, if somebody's talking about me, I'm not sure how you knew what woman he was talking about. So he's like, the woman that you're talking about. It's a specific person who said that he hit her in front of her children. And he was like that she stabbed her ex-husband. He says violence is unacceptable. This is what Joe Gorga is saying. He says, but if I find out something, we're going to have a problem. And I feel like that's fair to have that situation. I mean, to have that conversation. But I feel like if something happens, are you going to be there to bring order to the situation? If Louis gets out of order, are you going to be there? Or like Marge said, she believes anything you say is gullibility on that damn scroll. Because she believes anything you fucking say. Anything. Anyway, the next day, everybody has a hangover. And everybody, of course, is talking to their wives about what happened. Marge is talking to Joe. Everybody's talking to their wives. Tiki asked about the relationship, and I love how Joe said he was deflecting. He was telling us about how his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, stabbed her husband. And then Margaret was like, why is he telling y'all that? He was like, he was deflecting. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I don't understand why, I guess in that moment, you wouldn't tell somebody you're deflecting. Like, I guess Joe is like, I really don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't care. But I know, like, I'm glad that he recognized that was what he was doing. Jackie says she doesn't appreciate when men kind of try to discredit the victim and then turn around and say these are vengeful exes. It is a common approach when men who have not been truthful and been honorable in their relationship, when they get into another relationship, the story that they tell the person, the story, like, and the fact that Teresa keeps saying it's his past, it's his past, it's his past. Well, see, I went to jail, but that's not something that you did, or did you? Okay, because girl, why you went to jail? Because you quote unquote signed some papers, and you didn't know what you were signing because you trusted your husband, right? Is this little thing coming out, girl? I don't agree with that. Vengeful exes, that's another thing to watch out for. Men who disparage their relationships. When you ask a man about his previous relationships and how did the relationship dissolve, and if all of the relationships dissolved and it was because of her, she did everything was wrong, she did me wrong, she did this, she did that, and they don't tell you how they were in the relationship, they're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you the whole truth. And also, you have to remember, a lot of the times they're trying to get something out of you. They're trying to get, you to be their girlfriend or to allow them access to you. So they're going to tell you whatever you need to hear to feel comfortable. And that's where a lot of women really fall into traps, is because I'm not sure. It's a program, and it's just a program. You just like, hearts beating out of your eyes and stuff like that. It's crazy. And that's what's her name looks. Uncomfortable Joe. I can't get involved. I'm not happy. Can't get involved. Not happy with that. Wife asking involved. Oh, why is Tracy asking about Teresa and Louis' relationship? She was trying to get involved with my family. I'm not happy with that. And why did you send your husband to ask questions that you want to know, or something like that. I want to protect my love bubble, she says. Like Joe says, I don't think he's a bad person. Evan says he doesn't know if he can reconcile. Well, he doesn't know if right now he can reconcile with Bill, but he does want to reconcile with him. Jen and Bill are having a conversation, and he tells her, how he left the restaurant. She was like, "You came back early." He was like, "Yeah." They were sitting there, and I'm not going to take insults. I'm not going to take people insulting your character. That bros for life shit is bullshit. I'm not with that shit. Um, but she says that his silence is frustrating. He never says anything. And then, from her perspective, I feel like, again, you don't have to create conflict. You have enough emotional intelligence to de-escalate, diffuse, bring order to the situation. So I feel like she, I don't know. I feel like she has a legitimate issue with him on top of the cheating wound. You're not emotional. I need you to throw me a life raft. Is that what she said? And the issues are resurfacing. Um, there's no dialogue. He's like, "Well, I'm an imperfect person," but she says, "Well, I need dialogue. I need emotion. I need communication. Otherwise, I feel alone." And there are a lot of people in relationships who feel like that. Like, we are not talking, we're not communicating. I think, us as humans with the ability to use words and communicate and to form words and a sound that makes a word to communicate, and we have to be the most awful at it. We really do. Like, it takes practice to be an effective communicator, especially in relationships, because we all have learned different communication styles, from childhood on up. And sometimes those communication styles don't match, and they're ineffective because one is not used to communicating or hasn't learned effective communication styles. And so therefore they struggle in the communication department. When you listen to couples talk about what has been the success of their relationship, and they always say communication. You always say communication, and when you don't speak, the person is now interpreting the nonverbal and probably misinterpreting, and then that creates an idea in their mind, and now they've run off with some idea of why you didn't speak, why you didn't bring order, why you didn't stick up for me, why you didn't do this. And then now on top of that, she's like, and it's like, you cheated on me. Like, you need to be, not forever indebted, but you need to back me up. You just need to back me up. So I'm with Jen on that one. Dolores was talking with her kids about their mother, saying that it was a scary time and that she's afraid her mom going under anesthesia. Will she be okay? She has passed all the tests to be able to go under anesthesia. Dolores makes a comment about her mother being under anesthesia and, being careful. And her daughter says, "Oh, just like you gone under anesthesia multiple times and didn't tell anybody." She was like, was like, yeah, boo. People always talk, but then they forget. Girl, you didn't went under anesthesia so many times and haven't told nobody, so you hush. So Margaret and Lexi called Dolores to invite her to a spa day, feeling like Dolores has a lot going on with her mom. She's not a person who communicates well in that department, so she figures that that Dolores can use like a spa day, a day to get her head off of the out of the situation. Teresa, Gia, and Gabriella are having a conversation, and okay, I'm not there yet. I was like, wait, did I skip a scene? Okay. So Teresa and Gia and Gabriella are in the bathroom, and Teresa's asking them, have they seen IG? And they're like, what? I guess she posts something to IG. And she says that it's going to be a year of their anniversary coming up, and she wants them to help her pick out a dress for for their 1 year anniversary. Louis is taking her someplace. Um, how did you feel about Louis at first? All of the girls said, I mean, both of the girls said that they were skeptical at first. Did you see Gia eating that sub sandwich and the dog was just sitting in front of the sub like, girl, you gonna give me some? And just staring at it. Um, she says, well, I went away too. You know, he has a past. This is what the girls are saying. He has a past. We don't know. You know, it's moving kind of fast and this and that. Well, I have a past too. And Gia was like, no, not like that. That you don't have a past of being violent with people. There's not any stories coming out about that. You went to jail because you signed a paper, girl. It's not the same. I don't like Teresa. I don't like Teresa. Like, I just look at her and she looked. Maybe it's because she looks goofy. That's what it is. Because I don't think she's dumb. I don't think that she's very smart. But I just think that it's like a willingness to live in an alternate reality, and it's fucking weird. And she wants in this alternate reality her standards, her needs, all her needs met, and she can't extend those same things to other people who are living in a different reality. The way she rationalizes things, the way she it's like gaslighter supreme. It is the worst. I could not be able to communicate with Teresa, especially like the way that she like, it's like, where did you get that rationalization from? It's like, girl, come on. Well, do whatever. Isn't he the best guy ever? Isn't he the best guy ever? They're like, I guess. And then do whatever makes you happy. You've been through so much. Teresa feels like her parents sent Louis. That's another thing. You know, yes, you know, you may have some help from your ancestors. And I love how she talked to the girls about talking to their grandparents, speak out loud to them. You should do it. And then Gabriella's like, well, I'm not 40 and single. No, girl, not to look for a man, just to talk to your grandparents. That's what she should have said. She was like, I'm not 40 and single, girl. What am I be talking to my ancestors for? For everything, actually, for everything. So do whatever makes you happy. His past doesn't matter. I think it does. If you've learned from your past, if you're repeating the past matters. Melissa and Antonia get into it. Antonia is not here for Melissa because Melissa moved her school and she didn't ask to switch. She was not considerate of her feelings. Antonia tore her ACL and she's really good at, you know, cheerleading and tumbling and stuff like that. And she's apprehensive about getting back out there. She's going to therapy, but she's like, I don't want to do it anymore. And Melissa's like, yes, you do. You do want to do it. No, you want to do it. There's one thing. I mean, I don't know. Should she make her do it? Should she make her stick to it? What would you do? Would you make your daughter stick to it or your child stick to something after they've had an injury and you know that they're apprehensive? Even though she is getting the therapy to get back out there, but now she actually wants to change course, you know, doesn't want to do it anymore. And Melissa's on a damn TV crying and stuff about it. I don't want to do cheer. She said that's not an option. She's like, okay. So what's going to happen is she's going to start not doing well on purpose. She's not going to put the effort into it because she's not into it anymore. And if you're making her be into it, like tumbling, I could see like, I feel like, I don't know. I think there's like a thin line with that. Like you don't want to force your child to do something they don't want to do, but you don't want to teach them that it's okay to quit when shit gets hard. That's not something that is not a character trait that you want to imprint on your children. Trust me. You do not want to, like, I feel like there's a thin line with that. Making them do stuff they don't want to do, but then also trying to teach them you can't quit because you had an injury. You can't quit because it got too hard. You got to a level that it was too hard. You can't quit because, again, if you allow that, then that will imprint that I'm able to do it. You keep allowing them to quit things. I feel like, for me, I just feel like it's not a good imprint that you want to leave on the kid. Y'all let me know what y'all think, because like I said, it's a very thin line, I feel. So y'all let me know what you would do with Antonia and her torn ACL healing and wanting to get back to cheer. Teresa and Louis go out on this boat. It was looking hectic. I was like, this boat don't look safe. It looked like it was overcast. I was like, go inside. Anyways, they had a saxophone player there. Teresa says, oh, I used to play the saxophone. She started doing what? In elementary school? Girl, shut up. How many years ago is that? Girl, you 55 years old. Girl, okay, you played it in elementary school. I played the piano in elementary school, so I guess I could say I played the piano too, since you play the saxophone, okay? Okay. He sends out this scroll of 20 reasons why he loves Teresa. Teresa says he's perfect. Um, you show me so much love. There's never an unkind word. They show those same 3 clips of Joe Giudice being disrespectful to Teresa the 3 times I guess they were able to catch her, or that she's allowed them to play. It's the same 3. One where he says, here comes my bitch wife. She's such a, see you next Tuesday. And then he tells her he's going to slam her head against the wall. And there's another scene where he tells her something that's really disrespectful. Joe Giudice was a fucking pig. Oh, God. I would look like her, like, girl. Anyways, that's what y'all like. You like it. I love it. Anyways, they're all kissy, kissy, lovey, lovey. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't trust Louis. I don't. To each their own. I hope he does right by Teresa. I hope she doesn't end up in a weird ass situation like a Mark Daly situation. Every time I see Mark Daly, I want to twist his face off. Every time I see Mark Daly, I want to twist his face off, because it sucks to get to that age and to pick a dude that you think is going to be cool. He did the same thing. Love bomb her, quick commitments, all of that shit. All of that shit. And now you see what he wants? He wants that money. He wants that money. These niggas ain't shit. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I don't want that to happen, but like based on observation and seeing other people's experience with things that are similar to this, he's waiting to get into some type of contract with her. And then everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. You watch. So they went to spa day. Everybody's all laid out. They had the spread out and everything was really nice. Everyone shows up. They don't invite Jennifer. To me, I feel like Jennifer's energy right now is the way Portia energy feels in the group of women. It's very like prickly. It's very like we don't like eggshell type of situation. I feel like she wouldn't bring a relaxing tension. That's how I feel. That's why I think that Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be really good. I really feel that the absence of Portia is going to literally change the frequency in the group. I really feel that her presence there, to me, like Jennifer, it's like it's prickly, and it's like Portia walks in like I wish a motherfucker would. It's very confrontational, very like, but it's cloaked with like, hey everybody, how you doing? But it's like, it's like tick tick boom. With Jennifer, she's just not getting along with anybody, but she has that mouth. No one is getting along with her at this time. So they don't want to invite her. It's going to be tense. We're having a spa day. We need to be relaxing. Everybody shows up. Teresa talks about what happened with Louis, and he gave her a scroll with the 20 things of why he loves her. And he said that he loved me and that I was honest. Did y'all notice how she threw that out? He said I was honest. Margaret said, was gullibility on there? That should have been on there. Teresa has a lot of baggage. He has a lot of baggage. Defend his wife. Apologize about what? Who needs to apologize? What does Jennifer need to apologize for? Oh, what does Jennifer need to apologize for? For snooping on Jackie? Is that what they talking about? Because somebody was like, apologize about what? That's what I was like, about what? Y'all remind me, what do they want her to apologize for? I don't know, child. I do not know. Tracy was talking about she's projecting, she's miserable. Girl, this is your first season. Shut up. You don't even know what is happening. Like, that would be like me joining the show and just talking like, girl, I think you're projecting. I don't think that like with all of my opinions of what I've seen before. That's why I feel like Tracy is coming through. Tracy, why you got all these opinions? But that's Melissa's friend. So Melissa has put a battery in her back. That's what it sounds like to me, that she got a battery in her back. They talked about Melissa and Antonia being depressed, that she's checked out. Her injury changed her. Tracy, what she said felt like a hypocrite. I wasn't trying to tell her, or I wasn't trying to badmouth you. I was trying to tell you that you were being a hypocrite. That's what Margaret was talking about with Teresa. Nobody should pry in people's business. Okay, Teresa. Jen comes hard. Jen was being a hypocrite. Jen is very hurt. We need to figure out a way to make peace and move on. Jen is sitting down with her brother Steve, and Jen said she told her mom is still in Turkey, and she told her mom about what happened with Bill, and that her mom was upset, cussing Marge out, saying that they were going to get her back. First of all, Jennifer's mother is not coming back to the United States, right? She's going to stay in Turkey with her son and her daughter-in-law and her grandbaby. Because these kids and these other grandkids, they over there with the grandpa, the man that ruined my damn life. So they can stay over there since they want to house him. I'm going to sit over here with my son in Turkey. Thanks. And that's what it is. And she also said that it wasn't okay what he did. But we have to face the issue. She still has, like I said, when you guys look at Jennifer, doesn't she look like a little like lost? Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, I don't know. I'm telling you, there's no honor in protecting a man's image when he cheated on you. There's no honor in that. You don't get a badge. You don't get a Girl Scout. What is it called? A Girl Scout badge. You don't get one thing to iron on, or for your nana to sew it on. You don't get none of that. There's no reward in that. I don't know. Again, we live in a patriarchy, and at the end of the day, your job is to serve the man in any capacity and make it look like it's girl, let me shut up. Anyways, I wish Jennifer all the best. I hope she realizes that what Bill did was wrong, and she should have not protected his legacy. She should have made him go to therapy. She should have went to couples therapy. They should have went to therapy about that. Protecting his image did not heal you. It didn't serve you. How did protecting Bill's image serve Jennifer? How? At the end of the day, she's still unhealed. Somebody brings it up. Now, had she and Bill gone through that, gone to therapy, did the right thing in order to get past that hurdle in their relationship, if she chose to stay, when this came up again, y'all already would have been like, girl, but because you wanted to act like you were this, and your life was, and your husband was, they let you know that that's not true, girl. It's not. And now you looking crazy. And you look even more crazy. It's because you didn't tell anybody. You didn't heal. You did not serve yourself in the situation, and you were the victim. You were the one who was wounded, and you didn't heal. You was too busy patching up his image. You didn't want to. But you bleed to death. But you want to patch up his image, girl. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments.